How is everyone? How are you? Good morning. It's a great day, isn't it? Mm. Oh, someone's requesting up. Maybe they're nice. Maybe I'll be nice. Holler boys. Oh, are you there?
Yes, I want my damages, damn it.
How much do you need? How much do you need?
My damages? I don't know.
I would take 40 grand. I think that's a good. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, what's part of your junk worth?
I mean, I would pay 40 grand to get it back. So, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much they took. So, do we get paid by like the inch, the millimeter,
Well, we're gonna have
the
to.
circumference?
Well, it's. I think the damage, the fact that it was damaged at all, it's like a Monet painting. If you damage it, the whole thing's kind of ruined. Is that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
like a
yeah,
vase. It's like a Chinese vase. If you crack the vase, the whole thing falls apart.
yeah. I got you. I got you. I
Hmm.
think 40. I think 40K is a start.
Yeah, I think so.
Somebody says y'all got to be joking.
Yeah, we are not joking. And you know, why is it more people talking about this, Holler? Why do you think more people don't
Right,
take?
exactly. I think we need to talk about it more.
We do, and we talk about it every day. I have guys up here every day talking about this.
I
What do
mean,
you
I
say?
mean, only the Jews was required to do it, but they do it to everybody.
Yeah,
I
I
did,
know
I
it.
did, I didn't consent to that.
Nobody did. Nobody. The only people who are consenting to it are the ones cashing the check, because they get paid to
Hello.
do this. Hi, Justin. They get paid, Holler, they get paid to do this to boys, and that's why
Oh,
it's
I
still
know.
happening.
Yeah,
It's creating a lot of social tension here where I live because I push very strongly on healthcare reform, and but we have to do something. We can't let this pot boil over. And anyway, Justin,
Yo,
what do you think?
I'm for the I'm for circumcision.
You don't want any damages. You don't want any money for what happened to you.
I mean, I don't
Hi,
know
how are you?
why I should be owed.
You don't, Justin. If you got hurt by someone, you don't think that they owe you.
It was better for my well-being that I got it done.
Okay, that wasn't my question, though, dude.
It didn't hurt me. I'm glad I got
Well,
circumcised.
again, that wasn't my question.
Yes, you should be owed if
There,
you.
Harry's okay. We got to the bottom of it. Anyway, Truth, are you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you think? Who
So,
owes you the money? Who owes you? Someone in the chat, Truth Seeker, said, "Who owes you the money?" I think it's the people cashing the checks. Truth Seeker, what do you think?
I think the doctor owes me money, and
Yeah,
my parent.
I'm not blaming the parents. They were talked into it just like the child, weren't they?
Well, not all the time because some do it for religious reasons.
Well, if the parent did that and it's part of their religion, that's a kind of a different story, isn't it?
Why is it different?
Because well, what do you think? Should your parents? I think yeah, you should have that conversation with your parents. If it was your parents who did the religious thing, I'm talking about medical grade state sanctioned child genital mutilation, which is what's happening in the United States, and the industry is profiting off of these baby body parts.
I
So
agree. They're
for the
probably
religious thing, hmm
making like plastics or something with it.
well, they're making plastic surgery stuff for people who like have a burn on their leg or something.
Imagine
That's
having your foreskin.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine having a child just for their body to be ripped apart for the medical industry in this way? Muko.
Hey, how's it going? So I felt like, with circumcision, I lost a piece of myself.
Hmm. You did.
Anyway, but you know what? From a parent's perspective, parents were told that this is a hygienically important thing to do, and so whether it is or not, fuck, I don't know. But yeah, stop whining and bitching about wanting to get paid.
No, I'm not going to do that, man. That's never going to happen.
Hey, Muko, look at it this way, man. When you had it done, you couldn't walk for like 2 years afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
Put it this way: when you got it done, the people that done it made $730,000 to $1 million off of just your tissue alone, because the process is they take it and then they clone it and they sell it, and then they keep cloning it and keep selling it.
That's total
They made
horseshit.
millions off of the foreskin of newborn babies.
Muko
Yeah,
doesn't
I
care.
think
He's
we're
probably he
in-
doesn't care.
I think we're entitled to a cut of that money because, like, I chipped in. You know what I mean? I didn't voluntarily chip in, but my tissue.
You guys need to get a job and stop bitching.
Muko, this is my job. Holding the corrupt criminal medical industry to account is my job. That's my actual job, Muko.
Yeah, but
So I have a job. So what's your next ad hom?
yeah,
Yeah, what's your next ad hom, man?
real job.
What?
A real job.
It is a real job, Muko.
Okay,
What is your
great.
job, Muko?
I'm not going to dox myself, but
Okay.
but this is
Then you shouldn't be on TikTok, Muko. That's your problem. So you're
You
not,
really
you're not
want
thinking about this.
people to get a job when you hide behind. I'm not going to dox myself when asked about your own job. I would
Yeah.
argue that maybe you don't have a job and you're just saying that.
maybe I don't, but who cares, right?
That was
You
your
guys
entire
are just
argument.
whining. You're just whining. Maybe
And you're
maybe
counter-whining.
medically not necessary. Maybe it's the wrong thing. I don't know, but it's a mistake if it is.
But look here. A long time ago, there was a lot of stuff racial happening here, like in the 60s. And when people were complaining about it, there were these people and they were saying, "You're just whining. Why don't you shut up?" With every atrocity, you see people there saying, "Stop whining. Shut up. You're just trying to silence the conversation because it's uncomfortable. But we're going to keep having this conversation because it's uncomfortable. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then you're free to leave the conversation."
And
I was part of this.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on all of this, but I think that lying and saying that they're cloning fucking foreskin is stupid.
I'm not lying.
Shut the fuck up. Talk about the
Neonatal
actual reality.
fibroblasts.
Hold on, talk about the actual reality that they do benefit off it, but they're not making millions of dollars. They're probably making like a couple thousand, maybe 10, maybe 20,000, but they're not fucking cloning your fucking dick skin, dude.
What's good, y'all? What's
There
good?
are
You gotta talk about reality. You can't make shit up to try and justify your fucking.
No one's making shit up. This is documented medical supply
Okay,
line.
prove it
bro.
to me then. If you're making a claim, prove it to me. Show me some evidence.
Google neonatal fibroblast, how they are obtained and what they are worth.
Just show it to me, dude. Like, if you know it so well, you can just.
This isn't my live. I can't just show it. to you.
You can. You can actually turn your camera on. There's like a
Well,
way. You can share
Tyler. He brought up an important point though. They do sell this stuff. It's not that hundreds
Which
of
is
thousands.
true,
Tens
yes.
of thousands. It's like
They do sell it.
it's maybe lowest 300, maybe high. I don't know what the high end is, but it's not. I don't know exactly, but there is a number on it.
Yeah, there is a number on it, yes, but you just can't lie and say millions because it makes us look bad.
Yeah,
Because our point is valid and our point is true and right, and we circumcision is bad. So make a good argument that convinces these people instead of losing people by going, "Oh, it's millions and fucking billions of dollars." Like my dick alone made them $4 billion. Like, come on.
Well, if I was a billionaire, and I'm not, but if I was, I would be willing to pay $1 million to get my foreskin back because to me that is well worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Or even I would pay 10. If I was worth $1 billion, I would not miss 100 million of that to get my foreskin back. So, is there a rich guy out there who wants to either like fund repair, fund replace, or fund the banning? Like, we need a rich guy out there, or gal, to help us in this cause.
I don't believe it should be banned. Like,
Why is that?
I believe it should be free in terms of like cosmetic use. If you want to use it cosmetically and that's your personal decision, yes, but circumcising babies or people that can't consent to such a crazy procedure, no, I don't agree with that.
Okay, then we agree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, if people want to make body modifications, they can do whatever they want all day long. If you want to remove your left arm, I don't give a fuck. Who gives a shit? It's your body, your choice. But you shouldn't make that for a baby and then be like, chop up the baby. Yes, that's what we want.
I know, like, and the weird part is that, like, I know it's not seen as, but it's always confusing to me because I always saw it as general, like, mutilation. Because it's like, it's not like the foreskin is just there. Like, it has a use. It literally protects a very sensitive gland. So it's like,
got multiple functions. Yeah, there's a reason that it grows on your body. It's like if you were born and I took off your lips for your teeth. It's like, people don't brush their teeth and their teeth get nasty, so we should remove your lips. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it desensitizes you. There's like horror stories where it kind of got botched. Certain men don't
like me. I was botched, and I'm fighting the medical industry every day over their corruption.
Yeah, and it unalives 100 babies a year.
It unalives?
If you guys don't mind.
Yeah, babies can unalive
from. I want to ask a question. It unalives like through infection or like?
Yeah, either through hemorrhaging or infection or just the shock of it happening to you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because they can't give babies anesthetic, so they just do it raw. That's
and I was reading into it. When they do give anesthesia, sometimes the anesthesia is too much because it's a newborn baby. Why would you give it an anesthetic? Also, the most modern anesthetic that they use is Fent. They use Fent, and so they're giving babies Fent so they can cut up their dick. Is what's literally happening.
I mean, yeah, literally, that's terrible. But go ahead, because I don't want to cut anybody.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's also been proven that it raises their cortisol levels. Their body remains stressed. After the fact. I actually looked into this too. Someone had made a claim the other day, and they said that it increases sensitivity and like. By having it done to you down there, it makes you like way more sensitive, and you like feel more pain
in a bad way.
And I looked it up, and it's true. Yeah, it's like the way that boys perceive pain after that, it like basically weakens you. Like you just.
My message. I just want to cut it real quick. My message to politicians: you need to act on this right now. Today is the day to act on this. Do not delay. Anyway, sorry, Tyler. Go ahead.
Yeah, and like Jane said, she prefers uncut. I agree with you. I prefer it. A lot of my girlfriends prefer it. Usually the only women that say that they don't are not okay with it, they end up admitting to me that they only do it because it's of aesthetics. So you're letting a woman make an aesthetic choice for your body. It's like, what the fuck?
That's really weird because if men did the same thing and it was happening to women, that would be like weird.
Yeah, women would be outraged. What if men were like, hey, yo, we don't want you to cut off your breasts? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Also, like the conversations about it, that's just so casual. Where it's like, well, I prefer it not understand. Like it's like there's not even any sensitivity around it. It's not like you have to be scared, but it's like to just casually be like, well, I prefer it. I think so, as if it's just like a thing that could be whisked away or something that's light like a feather. It's like, no, this is like people's whole lives under these what
does that say? Is it saying $23,000? What is that? It's hard to read.
But yeah, that's it though.
Yeah. Okay. He brought. Anyway, you guys can Google this. I Google it every day. I try to get as much information as I can out of this. So let's maybe go on Google. Yeah, he's lost and found. Can you just tell us what it says there? Anyway, and the M, are you there? Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. Hi. I was.
Hang on. We're doing something real quick. Go ahead, Lost and Found.
All right. So it says that it's 23 square meters of skin is what it can generate, and it's worth $27 per square or per millimeter. So doing the math, that comes out to $428,000.
These people belong in jail right now. Put them in jail. Show me where they live. We'll protest outside their house.
Yeah, let's cut their wieners off.
This is disgusting. The politicians are letting this happen. I'm not letting the politicians let this happen anymore. And yeah, this is something that we need to call them about. Call out every health official, every politician, every person you know. Ask them to call your politician. Call Congress. Tell them to ban circumcision. Join my Discord. We're going to start a campaign today because I've had it up to here 50 times on this issue. I'm tired of being gaslit. I'm tired of being attacked personally. I'm tired of being smeared because I want justice for men. Anyway, go ahead, M.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yes. Yes. Go to my link tree. Go to my link tree. Go ahead, M.
I was gonna ask, man. You see in hospitals when women give birth, are they? Is this an option where the doctors ask them if their child wants to be circumcised or not? Because in my country,
They present it as an option, but in reality, it's a sales job. That is not the same thing.
So it's an option.
A lot of women
It's not an option.
Yeah, a lot of the
Because
women that I've spoke to who've given birth, they essentially say that the doctors like insist on it.
Are there any cases?
Yeah, even the women who like say like no, I don't want it. For years after the fact, the doctors still insist on having it done, even though it doesn't cause any problems.
You can definitely say no.
You're strongly encouraged after the
I
birth.
just want to point
Oh,
out
wait,
and say that men are not like I personally wouldn't accept any type of circumcision damage, like.
Hey, more for me, dude. More for me.
Yeah, more
dude.
money for me then.
No, dude, I'm circumcised, and I would be so upset if I pulled my pants down on my first time, and she saw some type of leech hanging off of my
What, bro? Yo, bro.
Wait,
yo,
so
bro,
you're saying
that's
that
a
you saying that
natural
you wouldn't like for
leech?
your hold on, you're saying that you wouldn't like for your partner to see you whole and intact. You'd like for them to actually see
I'm
you have an
sorry.
edit done to your body.
That is it's so nasty, and every girl.
What
I've
makes
ever
it
talked
nasty?
to-
And also, why are you as a guy obsessed with how your dick looks? That's a little weird.
I'm
isn't it?
obsessed. I'm obsessed with satisfying women, and I
Yeah,
don't
so
know
if you want to satisfy women, then you should keep the thing on your dick that allows you to deeply penetrate and actually stimulate their vagina instead of
I
a
penetrate
chopped up
deeply.
dick.
I penetrate just fine.
Yeah, I'm
The
sure you do.
reality is you're defending the procedure for no other reason than it happened to you, and you're culturally
Here, I'll
conditioned
give
to
you a
accept
real
it.
defense. Actually, I work at a nursing home. I'm actually on break.
Oh
right
my
now.
God, he's going to use this appeal to.
He's
Your
gonna say,
real
he's gonna say I
defense
have
is
to
that
watch
you
their
don't
dick.
know how to do your job.
It makes your life easier,
I
even
don't
though
know
it's
how to do my
criminal
job.
and cruel.
Yeah, listen to me. I take care of residents, geriatric patients.
I've got to
every
watch their
day.
dick, so therefore.
Well, thank you for doing that, Veiled, but that's
Yeah.
no excuse.
It
That's
is
no
an
excuse.
excuse. It is an excuse.
No,
Listen,
no, we
what
cannot
parents
abuse
are the
patients.
elderly?
We
Why
can't
don't you
abuse
recognize-
elderly patients. We
How
can't
am I
abuse elderly
How am I abusing?
because
them?
you're
Just
okay
let-
with them being
You're not
butchered.
letting me finish talking, though, dude. That's the problem.
You've been talking more than I have.
Listen,
You're okay with
you're not even
making
letting
your
me finish what I'm trying to say. You're
because
jumping on me.
I know what you're gonna say.
Okay,
Let him
okay,
finish.
go, Bert. I want to hear what you guys say. Let's just.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm gonna say. Basically,
No, just continue. Just continue.
All right, we get paid.
Yes, I'm on a list. Yes, I'm on a list. God damn it! Because the doctors are criminals in this country, and the politicians need to do it. But of course, I want to be on every fucking list. So the United States government does something about this. They're mutilating boys. I'm suffering lifetime consequences and disability from it. And I have doctors assaulting me for even speaking out about it. So yes, I'm on a fucking list. I'm proud I'm on a list. Every man in this country should be on that list. They demand justice from the medical industry who are destroying the lives of men. And the politicians are not doing anything about it. Well, time's up. Time is up.
Can I say that just real quick because I don't want to cut off?
should be reimbursed. Or
Yeah, I want to say this real quick because I don't want to cut off Veil. I really want to hear what you want to say and conscious. But somebody said that, and I see this all the time, that circumcision has benefits for cleanliness because uncircumcised has a higher risk of schmet. And the thing is that, bro, with basic soap and goddamn water, basic showering, you will not have that. I don't know why people believe it's like there's a belief that because you have foreskin, which is natural on a man, that you're
right.
nasty. Like,
Yeah,
bro, you just shower and you're fine.
Listen, you're right about that. But
And,
how long?
and unlike a
that's the
doctor,
thing.
I also don't want to cut off Veiled, so let's let him talk.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
listen, you're absolutely right about that. As long as you're able to take care of yourself and shower daily, there's nothing wrong with it. But that's where I get to the point where I work in a nursing home where people are relying on $20.
Let me continue. Let me continue.
$20 an hour workers. I work in it's all a bunch of like no like racist stuff, but all black people.
So you should get paid more.
Who don't care. Okay, yeah. But
Go
we
ahead.
can't
I want to
do
respond
that.
to this.
And all black people, all the aides are black. They don't care about their patients at all. Nobody's pulling back the foreskin. So these stroke patients and these guys on hospice, there's nothing. Not only are they dealing with the debilitating diseases, but now their balls and scrotum
so
and dick
we
is
get
inflamed.
we get your point, Bell. We get your point, and so what you're saying is that you are watching elder abuse happen live, and you're doing nothing about it.
I
And
report it.
And hold on, and you're
report it. I
saying
go
and you're
in.
saying that they should have medical procedures done to them instead of people just cleaning them correctly.
No.
Wild. But also the point that I would like pose to you is also like the point that I would pose to you is, so if someone doesn't wash their ass, like the patient's ass, does that mean we should cut off their butt cheeks?
Yeah, no, it's a lot easier. That's not a good analogy because it's a lot.
Veiled, okay, let me talk now. So this is happening to your elderly patients. So why don't you just let them have a normal life, and then maybe when they get to the age that you're taking care of them, then maybe we think about this issue. Don't do it as an infant. Rob them of their entire experience of life, just to make your job easier at some point if they live long enough to have to need your care.
So you want to wait till they're on hospice and already like
You give them the
suffering.
option.
And then
People should do their fucking jobs. How
just
about that?
because your job is made easier and more profitable by butchering babies does not mean you get to butcher babies. That is insanity.
Yeah,
and the politicians are letting it happen. Politicians
You
are
know
moving it.
why
Let me ask you
circumcision was a thing in the first place?
Let me ask you
Because
this.
it would prevent boys from masturbating. It's the
Yep.
dumbest shit
Yes.
ever.
Yeah, Juan.
Like,
Yeah,
come on,
Juan.
like,
I would like
Yeah,
to make
Juan.
a question
even
to
this.
Evan.
Like,
Yeah,
how
let's let
can
this guy
you
talk.
know this?
I've been
What
waiting
kind of anti-male
longer than
bullshit
one
is
here.
this?
Evan, well, what's the point here? That you saying that they're butchering kids? I mean, what are you talking about?
He's
With
claiming
knives.
that he's suffering fucking damage and he's disabled now.
Wait, no. I want to respond to that. No.
I do. I have pain in my back because the nervous system down there affects your entire fucking body. Do you just hear like Tyler
You
2
have
seconds
back
ago?
pain because you're morbidly obese. It has nothing to do.
Okay.
No, it's not.
You can't walk. You can't walk for a week or two after you get a circumcision as an adult. Maybe because your entire nerve cluster down there is completely fucked up by this procedure. So quit mansplaining me, Veiled.
Well,
I know what the
hold on.
fuck I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
and also hold on. I just
You
want to say,
exactly have-
I just want to say that Veiled is a failed nurse because he's admitted that he can't take care of his patients. He can't wash his
Yeah, I
patients'
didn't
dicks
admit
correctly. You can't do it. You only make $20 an hour, so you're not a real doctor. You're not a real medical professional. You can't actually say shit about anyone in the medical field. So why are you up here trying to like make any kind of medical?
I actually want to
comment and
respond to
say anything
that.
about Evan's body. You're just a fucking
Yeah,
chud.
yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
I actually want to respond to. Oh, never mind.
Oh, I hate when ops leave.
No, you didn't leave. I fucking got rid of him because you're not going to sit
Sorry,
there and make
Juan.
medical claims for somebody else's body when you have no clue. You're not their doctor. You can't sit there and tell anybody. Like if Evan is expressing something that they've had happen to them medically, I'm not going to get up here and say, "Well, Juan, actually, you don't need your wisdom teeth removed because I said so." Like that doesn't make any sense.
Tyler, can I ask? Can you come back up? Because I honestly want to respond to what he was saying.
You
honestly.
can respond to him from in the comments. He's still down there whining. Go ahead.
I don't even know what race had to do with
Oh,
anything. He's
damn.
bringing up like black people. Like, what is he even talking
No,
about?
he was just saying that it was mostly black individuals or something like that.
He's saying that because he works in a poorer hospital, that's why it's mostly people of
Correct.
color because
Correct.
they put
The demographic leads to lower quality work. And even though they're getting paid $23 an hour, yes, and I personally pull back the foreskin and clean properly, but it's too
good.
late because
Thank
it's
you.
so painful for them to even be touched on their actual tip because it's already infected from smegma and dirt and grime.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
your
like-
fellow nurses aren't taking care of them correctly. That doesn't mean that they now need to have a surgery done from childhood. Like, you understand the fucking
and veiled. I understand your qualms, but the thing is that you are trying to say that there's an issue with them and that they should have had the surgery. But the thing is that the surgery itself causes an issue with somebody like the host here and other people.
You don't know that the host is
Hold
even
up,
being
bro.
genuine.
Hold up. Why are you trying to yell?
Yes, I do. I swear oath and affirmation that everything I've told is the truth and nothing but the truth. The United States government, this is on you. You looked at my disability information. You looked at all the claims I've made against these doctors. It's on you to solve this problem. So Veil, don't call me a damn liar. Don't do that.
Veil, let's continue, right? Because even though you disagree, that's fine. We can still have a conversation. He's teacup.
Yeah,
U.S.
also-
government has everything to do with it because they're the ones that could actually do something about that, not some guy on TikTok. I am calling on them to do something about it because I have a First Amendment right as an American citizen to get grievances from my government, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So that's what we're all doing here. You got a problem with that? You got a problem with America. I'm an American. I'm Native American. I got roots in here in this country deeper than any damn person up here. So you explain to me what I'm allowed to do about this? Good luck.
Well,
Good luck,
also,
dude.
Are you schizophrenic, dude? What are you
Veil,
saying?
Dude, here's another ad
false
hoc.
medical accusation. This
Another
guy's, like,
ad hoc.
barely even a fucking nurse, and he's making
yeah,
more medical claims.
veiled. Let's actually have a conversation because I'm actually interested.
Yeah, let's have a conversation. First of all, I'm in medical
No.
school.
Hey,
and-
Okay,
yeah,
good
bro,
for
damn.
That's your problem. That's your problem, dude. Every other one of these med school biology students think that their crap doesn't stink, and
Nothing.
you're no different, man.
Getting a circumcision cannot lead to back
You're
pain.
no-
Veiled. I was talking. I'm asking if we can have a conversation without
Sure,
you having
yeah,
to
let's
yell.
We had an
Go
actual
ahead,
doctor
yes.
in here the other day talking
Yeah.
about this, Veil, not someone who's like
Because
just in
Briggs is
med
on
school
yellow
trying to
and
become a pharmacist. We're talking about real doctors who are in here talking about this, so I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's
connect
pharmacy.
circumcisions to UFOs because every man has this weird dream about being taken somewhere and weird things doing to them. That's where the UFOs come in, dude.
Oh my god, he's
Quit being,
schizophrenic. He's actually
dude,
bro.
Vale. Dude, you got to give it up, man.
Vale,
It's-
Dude, you gotta
It's like
actually.
Okay,
Hold
you
on.
have to, dude. You are so like bought and sold by the medical industry that
Bro,
you're going to
you're
attack.
bought and sold by
Yeah, hold on.
You're
hold
going to
on,
attack.
hold on,
You're
hold
going
on.
to attack anyone who wants to bring this industry to account. So good luck. It's never worked,
Hold
dude.
on,
That's
Evan.
why I'm here right now
You know
because of
what's
people like
crazy,
you,
though?
dude.
Hold on,
You
Evan.
You give me power. I'm on TikTok.
Evan, just be for 1 second.
So
For
first,
1 second.
first you claim that circumcision gave you back pain, which is impossible.
First, well, let's just say one thing. Hold on, Evan. So whenever they mention that in the chat, like they're just baiting you so that this guy can feel like he's going to get a dub. They baited you into saying that so that now Veiled can be like, now you're saying stuff about UFOs, so you're clearly wrong.
Yeah, just let all that stuff slide. But veiled. I understand where you're coming from, where you're basically trying to say that it makes it easier. Well, no, not even easier, but like the issue would be less if they did have the circumcision. But the issue is that if they're already in hospice already, they're already gonna have issues with their genital area. Having them have a circumcision, especially when there's people that have had injuries and things of that nature due to having this surgery, it's like, do you really still want to
Veiled.
babies through surgery that has no
Why is this the only solution to Veiled's problem? Why can't he advocate for better pay for caregivers, which I am looking at doing myself,
Bro, we
Veiled?
don't live
So
in a
I'm
utopian
I'm
society.
pro.
Veil.
Why
Don't
is this
respond
the
to
only solution? Why is this
That's
the
like
only
me
solution to
sitting
his
here
problem?
and saying free Palestine.
Hold
Like I'm
up.
actually.
Dude, don't worry.
What is
We're
he
not talking about
talking
Palestine.
about?
I don't know.
Wait, hold up.
Fucking,
Evan. I want Veil to respond to me because you guys are trying to have a.
Okay, go ahead,
I know
Alex.
you
I'm
guys
sorry,
talk,
Alex.
but-
I'm sorry.
No,
Alex.
it's not you. It's that I don't want the arguing because I want an actual conversation. So, Veil, did you hear what I said, or you want me to repeat like what I was trying to say?
Repeat it. What's up?
Okay. So my issue with what you're saying is that you're basically saying that these hospice people, it would have been better if they originally had the surgery because they wouldn't have that much of an issue. First of all, schmegma is just general dirt around the area. It still comes even without, even with a circumcision. Like that's just how the dirt looks. It's like having hair or no hair. You could still get dandruff or dirt on your head. So that's one. Two, that surgery causes issues with babies. And the thing is that you're not responding to that. It's like, do you have any issue with that? Do you have any curiosities? It's like, you just go straight to arguing.
I didn't hear anything about babies. I just heard this guy saying it led to him having back pain. Which is really
I'm saying.
So if I have a botched circumcision, can I? He's okay. Veil does it like if he wants me to qualify everything for him. Veil, why do you think it's okay for medical professionals to butcher kids?
butchering, as in murdering them.
Yeah, some of them don't survive, dude. Why do you think that's okay?
Definition of
Why are you obsessed with protecting the abusive behavior of doctors?
definition of butchering?
What, Veiled? Why?
Veiled.
There he
Some
goes
of them-
again.
some
Another
of them-
question. Dude does not want to
unalive
defend. Dude wants to question because he thinks that his crap doesn't stink. I deal with medical professionals all day. They're crap pieces of crap. I got
Deal with them over the phone crying because my
Dude,
back
and-
hurts. He's
I have a
let's
question for the medical student.
let's mock our victims. Let's mock our victims
Okay,
like
I'm
that's
not
gonna be
gonna
good.
lie. I'm not gonna lie, Veil.
You're not you're definitely not a victim, man. You have bought
Veil.
into some really weird Kool-Aid.
Veiled.
Really
I'm gonna
weird
keep it a
Kool-Aid.
buck.
What I find that's even more interesting is that Bill doesn't want to entertain the fact that it could be both. It could be tied into both. Evan is a heavier person. Why can't it be both?
Wait, Bill.
But you
I'm in medical.
immediately think that you're going to. No, you're not in the fucking medical
No, don't-
field. You're a nurse
mute
who
him. Don't let
washes
him
dicks
go.
right now, dude.
Don't
Shut
let
the
him
fuck
go.
up. Shut the fuck up.
In
Listen,
school,
you're a
right
nurse
now.
who washes dicks. Shut the fuck up. You're on there fucking eating your
Alex,
salad on your break. You
Alex,
wash
I want to
fucking
get.
dicks.
I want to get to.
That's what you
Sorry,
fucking do. And you're out there
Alex.
trying to make medical claims for
Alex,
Evan's
I wanna-
body when you have no fucking basis. of
Because
it.
the nerve
Field of
down there,
study,
the
bro.
nerves are damaged, dude. Did it occur to you
right
that
now
the
and search
nerves
field
are
of study,
damaged, dude?
Vale.
Does it occur to you that damaging nerves damages them? Anyway, Alex, do you want to ask your question third time?
What's your field of study, Vale? I bet money it's pharmacology.
Alex, I want
I
to get
study
Alex.
biochemistry, bro.
Okay.
There's no
Biochemistry,
nerves.
yeah, exactly. Nothing
he's
to do with nerve pains.
There's no
nothing to do with-
nerves.
It has
Okay.
everything to do with nerves, bro. The
Why does he
No,
chemistry
you're
keep on
talking about
doing-
biochemistry and how it relates to people's fucking
Why does
like
he keep on
people's biology, yeah, and what they fucking eat. This guy's
Oh, thank
basically
you.
a fucking
Thank you,
glorified
Tyler.
fucking pharmacist. That's I knew it. That's why I called it from day fucking one.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I tried to talk with him, but every time I did, it's like either he didn't hear me or he avoided it, so he can have an argument with you guys. Like
Yeah,
I
he
noticed
wanted to,
that.
and that's what he's up here to do. Is he wants to farm rage because he knows
Yeah.
that he knows that he likes to get off on the fucking like anger of it. That's why
Yeah,
he's here
'cause
to
I-
like debate with us.
Yeah,
Because
the
it's
whole
because
thing-
actually, you need to tell you the real
something.
truth about this. I'll tell you the real fucking truth is that this guy got up on here. What was he doing? His first thing that he brought up was not circumcision, not people that he believes need to have rights or that we're here advocating for. He brought up what? Himself. How I don't make enough money to wash people's dicks. So what does he feel like?
He did say that.
What does he feel like? He feels like he's a little guy who doesn't get paid enough. So what's he going to do? He's going to get up here and he wants to bitch and argue with people because it makes him feel angry. Him feeling angry then makes him feel good, and he gets to go back to his job and feel like he actually won something. And then the first thing that he wanted to bring up about Evan was what? Evan's weight. I wonder why. It's because this guy clearly wants to take care of himself and he wants to feel good about himself. That's why he shit all over fucking Evan. It's pretty fucking obvious if you just listen to what people fucking say. They're pieces of shit. Instead of actually advocating for people who are fucking mutilated, he wants to say that we should mutilate babies because it makes my job harder. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've found it intact and I don't have no problems. I've never had any infections. I wash my fucking dick. Like, what is the big deal? Like, soap and water. Like, what? Like, what? Like, what?
Yeah, I,
Like,
also
the
I
modern
hate that
invention of soap and
that
water is hygiene.
and I hate that stigma around it. It's like imagine I just cut off a female's both of her libias and I say, well, now it's cleaner. It's like no, she takes showers, my guy.
Well, now
Just like
you won't
guys,
get
like
yeast infections.
Yeah.
Like,
Girls get yeast infection or infections from not washing. It's like,
yeah.
like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, like you act like you weren't like it's like people act like you're literally not fucking born with that. Like
the argument
It
that
would
I
make
love
sense,
to
like, if we didn't have like the type of hygiene that we have in these days.
yeah,
but
the argument that I love to make is the argument that I love to make is well, because people get cavities, therefore we should remove their teeth. Like, whoa, that
Yeah,
like, doesn't mean like what the fuck. Also,
like
we
that
got
stigma
Lola up on the
is
panel.
dog
Let's
shit.
let
It's
Lola
so
talk.
bad.
the
I
whole
hate
thing
that.
started too because of a fucking cornflakes commercial, right?
Yep.
Something like
Let's
that.
all right, we got a new person. Hold on,
That
Lola.
it
Go
would
ahead.
prevent masturbation or some shit. Like, what the fuck? What
Go ahead,
fuck are we
Lola.
still doing?
Some dumb shit.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it up to the parent?
Oh, it's very hard to hear you, Lola. Sorry.
I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, you're in like a
Like,
fishbowl.
Yeah, you're faint.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it up to the parents?
Yeah, it's mostly up to the parents and the doctor who like, tries to kind of convince them into doing it.
Correct
Yeah,
me
we're saying
if
it shouldn't
I'm
be.
wrong. If something goes wrong, it's going to alter the parent's sex life, or is it going to alter the child's? Who's going to bleed from the procedure? Who's going to scream from it? Who risk life and, most important, limb for something they didn't choose? Is it the parents or is it the child?
I guess it's the child. I just wanted to ask because, like, I don't really know what's going on, and I just want to be educated.
Yeah. So it is
Oh.
the parent's decision, and then the parent is usually persuaded by a doctor who kind of like comes in and says like, well, we should definitely do this because they're newborn, and that means that they won't understand what's happening to them, and they won't know. But we've looked into it, and like, yeah, they do know, they do perceive. It raises their cortisol levels. It makes them stressed. It's been proven that too, like when you later on you give that child vaccinations, that a baby who is uncircumcised and then is vaccinated has way less of a reaction. Babies, you know, the classic like trope of like babies freaking out at like shots. It's been proven that them being circumcised raises their stress levels for whenever they go to get
Because they're
vaccinated.
afraid of doctors, dude.
Yeah.
Tyler, they get afraid of doctors. They get afraid of these white coat people, because they have a good reason to be afraid of them. Everyone in the country may have a good reason to be afraid of these, because they're mutilated by a white coat do-gooder. And the liberal Democrats need to take charge of this country. The liberal Democrats, I call myself a proud liberal fucking Democrat. They need to take charge of this issue, take charge of this country, and do something about this, because we know the Republicans are always going to defer to money and power. And the Democrats need to stop doing it too. They need to stop doing the medical corporate BS and get on this issue. Bob Ferguson, hi Bob, I love you. By the way, governor in Washington State, we love Bob. We love Bob. He is the best guy around, and he's a good governor. And he needs, please, Bob, please.
Oh, yeah,
I'm asking you. I'm asking you, nice dude. I'm asking, please do something about this. Go ahead.
I find the Democrats to be just as big as corporate mongers as the Republicans.
And
these
they
days.
are. And well, basically, what we're saying is that we need people
May
to
I
come
add
out
something?
and take over that party and do better instead of continuing to like basically having the shitty old fucks who don't do anything now.
Yeah.
So I
Do
got.
you guys want to make circumcision illegal?
Yeah. So our entire purpose is to make it illegal to be done to a child from birth. But we understand that if someone chooses to have it done later in life because of their religion or because of medical things or because of they want to make body modifications, that's completely normal and fine. But it
All
shouldn't.
right. I'm gonna drop now. Thank you. I just wanted to ask like 2 questions.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she just
wait. I got a state senator and 2 state reps. Michelle, Deb,
It can stunt the growth.
and I need my legislators to take it
It can stunt
serious.
the growth, and it can cause irreparable damage, like what it did to me.
Damn.
Oh, wow. What happened now?
See, look. If the other people were here,
I believe it was botched, is what you would call it. So I had been circumcised when I was younger, and I ended up having to have urethral recorrective surgery because it ended up coming out of the bottom instead of the front. And now, instead of having a full length member, it actually recedes inside of me, and I'm not even that big.
See?
Yeah, it's
What
but
is this
at
nonsense?
full erection, I am average size, so it's kind of it's crazy.
I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
so just imagine, actually, if you hadn't been chopped up, you may have had like a larger than average dick.
Yeah.
Holler boy, are you there?
Yeah, and not only that. No, and I'm 6'8", 327 pounds, so I'm big.
That's
okay.
When mine was done, it made me sterile. I couldn't have children because of it.
Yep. Yeah, Holler's one of the extreme cases where this is eugenics territory now, where we're basically destroying the reproductive systems of men, and the Democrats are like, my body, my choice. Liberal Democrats, where the hell are you? Where the hell are you? Yeah, Holler boy, what happened? What happened, Holler boy?
No, I'm trying to listen. Oh wait.
No, it's only my body, my choice when it's a woman. When it's a guy, you just go fuck yourself.
Wait.
You get drafted. You have no body autonomy. You get drafted. Go die in the war, and then you come home. All men are fucking evil. It's
a sick rhetoric sometimes.
Yeah, I gotta ask a question because I'm ignorant. Like, how would that surgery like destroy your ability to have children?
So what it does is it creates a scar tissue buildup inside of the urethral canal that becomes too narrow for your semen to pass through, and then they just recede back inside of your prostate and decompose, and then your body reabsorbs the nutrients and rinse and repeat.
And prevent the prevention of the prevention that has been linked to schizophrenia. They did a study in Ireland. It's called Saint Schizophrenics and something else. That's not the whole title, but it's on Amazon. They studied this, and the Kellogg guy said, "I don't want boys masturbating." He may have created the schizophrenia epidemic by trying to prevent boys. Yeah, he was an evil dude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, him. He's he's something else.
And see, and that's another thing. It took off a little bit of the length, and now if I do the M thing, my hand slips off and it smacks me in the forehead.
Host, remember the first trans case study was it?
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
exactly. Yes,
is,
it's
is
leading
that
Ben.
is
Ben,
that
this
reversible at all? Sorry to cut you off.
like we have so much good content right now. The host, yes, I remember. The first transgender surgery case was a botched laser circumcision. Yes, I do know that case. Of course, I know that one. This is leading to the trans mental health problems too. So good job, America. You owned yourself. Now everyone is trying to dunk on trans people, and no one cares about why this
They
is
do
happening.
think it's a good job. They do think it's a good job. The CIA studied this in the 60s. This isn't just the side effect. This is the purpose. This was the intent all along, to emasculate the men to where they won't fight. They will comply. They won't ask questions. And that's what this procedure does. No one questions it, despite it being what it is.
Yeah, it's
Medical
insane.
industry is a tool.
Especially on freshly born babies that you're just gonna because imagine you cut some skin off a baby's arm. Everybody's gonna think that's crazy, but cutting skin off of a baby's genitals, where there's way more nerves,
And
but
that should
everybody's
also
like, nah,
that should also be viewed as crazy. And what we all as a society need to realize is the reason that we don't view that as crazy is just because it's been normalized. That's the only reason. If you were to really just take a step back and think about this logically, if you were to say that needs to be done just in a vacuum, not with our societal pressures, not with religion, not with what you think about aesthetics, just think about what is actually being done. Is that or is that not crazy? It's fucking insane.
Can I just say something about what I know about natural childbirth?
Yeah.
And I had my son in a birthing house. I had my daughter in a hospital, so I never had to decide if she was going to get circumcised. But for my son, I knew that I did not want this procedure for him. And also, I just want to bring up the psychological effects of babies, like infants, and everything that they experience. Basically, when you are first born, everything you experience, you're in a state of like hyper sensitivity for the mother and the baby when they are first born, and anything that they experience within that first, I think, like 24 hours after birth is it.
Hormonal responses. You're talking about oxytocin. When they're born, they're supposed to be held close, skin to skin.
Yes.
Breastfeeding, building oxytocin.
Yes, and that is what regulates their system for the rest of their life. Like those experiences of healthy connection, even it's shown that having the father hold the baby right when they're born forms a bond for the rest of their life. And if the being put against the skin of the mother when they're first born allows them to connect, and it's just, there's so many advantages to not having it done psychologically for your child. And for me personally, I don't want my son living his life having that be the first thing that he ever felt, and that's how he's going to go through life, experiencing everything else basically, because that was the first thing he knew of this world.
One part of the psychological aspect of it that people don't realize is that I forgot what I was saying.
Hold on. I just want to take. I want to take just a moment.
For me, it's just a really sensitive, emotionally thing, and
It's a horrible way to treat a child. It's a horrible thing. It's barbaric.
I want to take just a moment to thank Hannah for being a good mother and actually taking the time to actually think about her children, to put care and thought into this, and to show that like it's not even that hard to do the good and right things. You just have to put thought into it and to put love into it.
That's right. That is right. And the midwife said, "Do you want to give your son a vitamin K shot so that you can take him to the hospital and have him circumcised?" And I said, "No, obviously. Why would I want you to put give my son like this shot of whatever this vitamin K shot is? So anything that's not natural, like it's not meant to happen. So let's give him the best chance to succeed in life by not cutting their foreskin. That was my logic.
Part of the psychological thing is they dip a pacifier in sugar water and they shove it in the baby's mouth before they cut. What that does is that releases oxytocin into the brain, right? That gives the child a false sense of safety, and then they cut. And it's my belief that the cortisol spike overrules oxytocin, and then it hinders oxytocin production later in life. And I say that because there's studies on other things that are painful experiences in infancy that seem to have this effect. So it's just safe to assume that the most painful thing is doing the same thing.
What kind of twisted thing are we doing to our children, and what is this oxytocin cortisol thing doing to our? It's turning men into angrier, more violent,
right?
More,
me,
maybe
it
even
seems
more,
like a-
maybe even more dark triad kind of stuff. Because if
Yeah, to
we're
me, it
teaching
actually
men
seems like a way to
associating men with pain and pleasure at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
that is a recipe for disaster. Tyler.
Yeah, to me, it sounds like it's some kind of like chemical way of like emotionally gaslighting this baby.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
is cringe.
and also taking circumcision out of it to immediately just be like, let's give it sugar as soon as it's born. Like, what? That's fucking odd to just.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that also be bad just in general?
Yeah, you're trying to spike its oxytocin, which it doesn't need.
And I also wanted to say one more thing.
It needs oxytocin.
My
The
boyfriend
oxytocin isn't the
had
issue,
was
it's
cir-
the
No, I'm
cortisol.
saying that to have it spiked this early when it should just be being breastfed, like it doesn't need to be. There's no reason to just plunge sugar into its mouth.
no,
right
because
before.
those natural chemicals in your brain, those are natural
Yeah,
drugs.
that should just
Those
be
are-
coming from your. Yeah, that should just be coming from like whatever you're gaining from being breastfed. They shouldn't just shove a binky in your mouth.
Those drugs that your brain provides you when you're born are
Critical to
they-
social bonding.
Well, they basically feel like without the drug, without the synthetic
Yeah.
drugs, only with natural drugs that your body produces and puts into your system to make you feel good, you feel like you are basically tripping on acid for like 2 weeks after you give birth naturally.
That makes sense too. Like you would experience a sense of euphoria because you've just brought literal life into the world. Like,
yeah,
yes, and the baby feels that too because it's put in place by nature for the mother and the baby to connect, so that I feel like.
And from the get-go, you were
like ask
immediately
Juan,
rooting that
he's
by
not
cutting up the
circumcised.
baby's
He
genitals.
probably feels more of a connection to his mother. Is that true, Juan?
And why is go ahead, Juan.
I did. Me and my mother have a weird relationship, but like it's fine now. But as a kid, I did.
I don't. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I could be off on this.
Well,
but
between
anyway,
boys and their fathers, if there's a missing bonding that occurs. Now, we don't have paid medical family leave across the country, and we don't allow mothers and children and fathers and children to bond with each other, and we've hampered the ability for that to happen by messing with their entire cortisol and oxytocin system. And it doesn't take a it doesn't take a genius to figure out this basic stuff. Anyway, Hannah.
sorry, I'll go. Thank you.
Oh,
Well, thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Hannah, for coming.
Thank you. Have fun.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And then the whole violence thing, that men are supposed to control their anger because they were circumcised, but doctors aren't supposed to keep their hands to themselves. Wow, the double standards here. This is.
So is it true that because I think just violence is part of nature, we just control it to have a society, right?
Except when it's little babies. To hell with the rules of the laws, to hell with the Constitution, to hell with every medical ethic out there. Just violate the body of the baby, make it seem like we're helping the baby by hurting it, destroy this man's ability to cope with stress in his entire life, and then pick up the pieces later on when he grows up to be like a 41-year-old dude on TikTok who has so many fucking psychological problems he can't keep a job more than a couple months. United States government, hey. There's better people that need to be leading this country, or you could actually do something about this. You could do something about this right now. All these men are depending on you right now. You don't get to complain about how people act when you're not doing anything about it. This is your opportunity. I'm giving you all the time. The time is up. We need to act now.
Evan?
Yeah.
Do the doctors that get an extra pay for cutting the
Of course they
Boys
do.
pick up.
Some of them, that's all they do all day. So they get $200 per kid, $300. Hey, bring in the next boy, and they put foam around the rooms in the hospital so no one could hear the baby scream. This is a nightmare film, and the doctors are totally okay with it because they love to abuse power. Doctors love to abuse power, and this is one of the ways they do it. Ben is here.
And then it all started to sell more cornflakes.
Like what?
Yes, it was the cornflakes.
I wanted to say, Evan, have y'all ever seen that YouTube video of like a baby tasting sugar for the first time?
No.
Like, they look like crack addicts, bro. Because like, they're like, oh. No,
Yeah,
for real,
I wanted to comment on that because the thing is that like we know that as grown ass adult humans
can't
that
control
not-
ourselves with sugar,
yeah,
right?
it's not good to give ourselves things that are just addicting, that are going to spike our pleasure levels, our dopamine levels, like sugar and stuff. So I couldn't imagine like you understand that and then you use that psychology to give it to a baby that's freshly born. You're going to spike their levels, make them addicted, right? Possibly, but also you're doing it so that you could then, like, quote unquote, lessen the pain that's going to happen. Like, let me give you a bar of chocolate, then cut off anything you got down there. Let's see if you think that bar of chocolate mattered. Like, that shit does not make sense.
Yeah, it's also Pavloving, like the child, like from birth, they're just like.
Oh, exactly.
pain. Yeah, they're experiencing.
What does that mean?
Pavloving, like
Yeah, so
every time they hear something, they're going to jump.
Pavlov proved that he took babies. And
No, with dogs or pigeons. I
No,
forget.
he did it with babies, and what he did is he took babies and dogs and pigeons and all kinds of other animals, and what he would do is he would slam cymbals behind them, and they would associate the noise of slamming cymbals with like pain and annoyance and all these things. So what
Even
he
if
did
they
was-
weren't really feeling it.
yeah, so what he would do is he used a puppy and a child, and he would slam or maybe it was a teddy bear, whatever, and he would slam the cymbals, and then eventually he stopped slamming the cymbals, and whenever that child saw the teddy bear, it would start to cry because it associated the teddy bear with the slamming of the cymbals.
I remember the classic Pavlov's dog thing. Right?
Yeah.
So when medical assaults happen, like they did in Spokane against me when I spoke out against this, the medical industry they close ranks and they call people liars. Anyway, that's going to be landing on someone's desk pretty soon here, Providence and Spokane, with that Schmidt doctor who mutilated the inside of my nose because I spoke out against circumcision. You guys got a big problem right now. Anyway, Lana says in the chat, they lie to the parents and say the child doesn't feel anything. Of course they do, because doctors are fucking liars. We're all liars to some extent, but these people get away with it. That's the big problem here. They're getting away with it. There is no CFPB. There is no CFPB for the medical industry. We need one. And what Tyler?
Has there been any progress made in this? Because I remember back like 10 years ago, there was an uprising where men were putting.
I wonder if there would be a way to legally create a class action lawsuit for men who have been.
There you go.
Yeah, for men who have been circumcised.
You would have to do
There
a
is.
class action lawsuit.
There probably is. Hey, Evan, let's not also forget that up until like, what was it, the 80s? Babies were not given sedatives for any kind of major operation because the monsters of the medical industry claimed that they were so young they wouldn't remember the pain or like their nerves weren't fully,
It's the casual brutality of the medical system.
Yeah.
Ben,
And it continued into the 90s, but now whenever we give them anesthetics now, we give them fentanyl. So it's like you're giving children fent from birth.
Imagine what that does to their head. Like, just experience.
Well, yeah,
something like that.
and they also give it to the moms before they give birth. They pump them full of oxytocin, a bunch of different drugs. So
well, they're trying to make up for the fact that the birth rates are declining. So they have to, instead of just paying people living wage, they're making the birthing process as easy as possible. No more abortions. We're going to drug you up as much as we can. As long as the medical industry profits and society is worse off because of all the good paying jobs are gone, anything we could do other than address the core issue to keep birth rates from plummeting. On top of that, let's just mutilate the boys' reproductive organs and see what happens. Anyway, Lana in the chat said They lie. They don't explain the complications. Why? When has a doctor ever been responsible for anything? When has the medical industry ever been held collectively responsible for a massive scale crime against the people in this country? When has the medical industry ever been held? When has a doctor ever gone to jail? This happens very infrequently, where the doctors actually have to admit that they were doing bad shit to a lot of people. And the government is totally implicated because they're the ones allowing them to do it. They're the ones not doing anything about it, and they're the ones giving these people financial incentive. And there's people out there preying on kids. These doctors cutting up babies, they are sexual predators. These are the nastiest people. They'll tell you that what we're doing is we're paving the road to hell with good intention. They think that they're so well intentioned. They are paving the road to hell. People are paving the road to hell.
Did I address something Nanya said? Because they were like, "Oh, something about women's rights." I'm like, "What does that have to do with anything?" Like, why can't you discuss multiple problems, even though women aren't losing their rights?
This is
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Emmanuel.
This is approaching
Thank you, Emmanuel,
children's
for the hard
rights.
hands.
Evan.
Yeah, like
it's
children's
hold on,
rights.
it's children's rights, but I mean,
about?
hold on, it's children's rights. So you can also take a feminist angle to this too. You can straight up say that, well, yeah, when you create little men who are angry and violent and mad and hurt from birth, of course they're going to create a society that makes them more angry and violent and hurt, and they're going to hurt other people. So yeah, you can totally take a feminist approach.
Wait, hold up. I gotta ask. So wait, because I wasn't really following. Somebody said like, what about women's issues? Like, what did somebody say?
I'm a activist for natural birth.
What they said was, "This is not a real issue. Women are losing their rights." I'm like, "What does that have to do?"
Bro,
Even
bro,
though
I
those
hate
can be
that.
losing their rights. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I hate whataboutism. It's like, bro, there's a time and a place for every conversation.
Yes,
for this
exactly.
conversation.
Exactly,
Not
Alex.
for your
Hannah,
conversation.
what Hannah said is really important, though. She said natural births. This is another profit-seeking behavior of these predatory docs. They want you, like they nearly want to put this lady in jail because she had a birth at home. Do you know why, Hannah? I think you know why. Do you know? Because they get paid like $50,000. They get to bilk the taxpayers for $50,000 for something that used to be free for hundreds of millions of years, Hannah.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I'm an activist for natural birth. I'm not, and so that goes hand in hand with the circumcision process, and because it begins with the mother. And so what I do is I try and encourage and teach women how natural birth is actually better for you and easier, and it's better for your baby because you can bond with your child, and it is a beautiful process that allows you to gain the strength that you need to raise the child because you're bonding and you overcome that pain from childbirth, and then you have all the drugs, the natural drugs that you only get after you give birth for the baby and the mother and the father. Those drugs never are present at any other time in your life, only after birth. Only after childbirth you get these. It feels like you're tripping on acid. You're sitting there, you're bonding with your baby. You got a mother and a father. There's no drugs. The whole process, when it's natural and there's no circumcision involved and there's no drugs involved and you're not in a fucking hospital, is beautiful. The process is beautiful.
That's the way nature intended it, because evolutionary standpoint, that is the best way for humans to learn and to grow and to form bonds with each other.
Hey, Evan, not to mention also like the placenta. Like my friend told us jokingly that we were going to eat my sister's placenta, and then I looked into it, and it's like, bro, that stuff has so much like medicinal benefits, but like they charge people to dispose of it when they damn well know that they're going to use it for profit.
I ate my placenta. I ate my placenta in pill form, so I took it. They dried it for me, and they put it in pills. When I took the pills, and it replenished my hormones, so that I didn't go into what's postpartum depression.
Placenta is like placenta is basically like a super. Not to say it like that, but it's basically like a superfood.
It is. It is, and if we can go back to the doing things the way nature intended, then but. That's why I have my company doing for natural causes and everything. That's just my perspective on this whole thing. And I really, I will do whatever I can to help your guys' mission in
can I ask
this.
you a question, Hannah?
Yeah.
So because I know like a lot of the things that make childbirth easier is like they have these things like so
Oh, doulas?
like to give certain drugs to help them. Like is that
Yes, I did that
no-
with my daughter.
yeah? So is it like what was the difference? Like was it more painful? Like what? Like how? Like can
It
you
was
explain?
extremely when I got the they gave me the shot in the back. What's it called? They give you a I can't think of the word. It's so long ago. Epidural, yes. So they give you the epidural. I completely lost feeling. They gave it to me too late. I was about to give birth, and I had my entire labor at home. And when they gave me the epidural, I had no feeling, and I wasn't able to push. So they had to do an episiotomy with and like extract my baby with forceps, basically. And so that's why I decided against doing hospital birth. And I decided to go into natural birthing instead.
How
I've
many?
also
How
heard that
many?
water births, guys, are better for women than like laying down with
Yes,
like
yes.
feet up.
If any pregnant women are listening right now, yeah, like go get yourself a midwife. Have a water birth. I had my son in the water. It was beautiful.
Is that why babies
Yeah.
know how to swim?
Yeah.
Look at the cover of the Nirvana album. Babies actually. I was a former lifeguard, Evan. Still
Yeah,
am.
so,
But
so
also,
I pulled this up for people in the chat. This person like
babies float
essentially.
naturally, Evan. Like they know how to float. They get on their backs and start crying and start floating because their balls of chunk.
Yeah. They like having babies in water is just so natural, and like I don't know why it's not more. We just don't trust the moms. We don't want to be patient. So
The guy in the chat, go ahead and request up. Evan, if you could give me the big screen. This shows.
Tyler, I don't know. I don't know how, honestly, because they've
I think you
moved
like
the
hold
stuff.
down on my name and it might say like enlarge.
It says gift, microphone, camera, and they've changed the stuff, so I can't. Do I have another mod in here who can do it? Maybe. Anyway, what does it say, Tyler? And we need to fix this. But what does it say, Tyler? Is there another? Do we have another mod who can
Teacup to read it all out.
Where? Okay. Ben,
I
what
like
were
how
you
it's
saying?
something
Or,
left up
yeah,
to the states. They're like, oh, you take it right. It was something left up to the states. Doesn't mean your rights are gone. Stop being a goofy.
Tyler, if you tell me what that is, I can. Oh, there we go. Oh, he did one.
Yeah, I'm the wrong person.
Yeah, I can't enlarge myself, which is weird because I do that all the time.
I can't do it either.
Maybe
They've changed the stuff.
from managed guests.
It's all right.
Evan, from the managed guests, you can make yourself small or make others big.
Let's try that. Let's try that 1 second.
If you click on the guests, managed guests.
Do we have to go in here? No, it's. I can only make myself bigger. That's all I can do.
It's all right.
You should be able to make one of the people bigger, or change it.
I should be able to one, but I think they've.
I wish that I could read while I'm off of the app. I think it's so dumb that
What was happening is one of my mods kept enlarging people, and I told them to stop. So I think they may have changed where the buttons are at because I don't know where they're at now, which is sad. But
anyways, I was able to look it up, and I was looking it up, and I mean, everything that I read said that it does increase.
thank you for the
pain.
likes.
It increases pain. It increases, all these things. So of course, it's going to make people more angry, more prone to violence.
Oh,
I think they think that caring. I think some people think that caring about issues is a zero-sum game. So if you care about children or men, you're not gonna care. You're not gonna have enough care in the world to care about women. But that's not how this works.
There's this really interesting study. There's this really interesting study from 2013 by Emory University where they took mice and they subjected them first to a smell of a cherry blossom, and then when they smelt the cherry blossom, they would shock them. They found that their offspring, their children, reacted to the smell of the cherry blossom, even though they themselves were never shocked.
Yeah, that's how like basic biology or basic evolution works. Is like the genetic memory. I mean, that's like if for example I were to take all the tall guys in a room and they're the only people who reproduce, of course their kids are going to be taller. Like
Right. So this triggered their fight or flight response, and it associated it with that sense of smell. So what is this doing to our sense of touch? And is this why circumcised infants have a higher pain response than non-circumcised infants?
Yes, they've been hypersensitive. They've been trained to be hypersensitive to pain. They don't have as many coping mechanisms like biological coping mechanisms. Is that the whole system has been overridden by some fear response or something where every pain is amplified now.
And this is the interesting part. This study occurred in 2013, 1 year after the 2012 circumcision policy said there was benefits, and they only included male mice. They were looking for specific trauma for male bodies. They just couldn't study it where they wanted to, so they studied it in mice.
Juan, who's lying in the chat? What's that?
Oh, this person keeps saying things like that their right to choice and divorce is gone. It's not. It's no fault divorce is what's up, and not the ability to divorce at all. They're just making blanket statements and not proving their claims.
Let's see, Lana. Oh, well, 905. What's up? By the way, you guys have been awesome today. I'm not stopping right now, but this has been one of the best so far. The best so far, because everything's reaching a point now where it's getting out of hand. 905. What's up? Okay. Lana, are you there?
Hi. So I wanted to just mention the whole thing about like doctors gaslighting parents. They do it with a whole bunch of things, not just circumcision. Like I mentioned in the comments the fetal heart monitor. So it's literally like a electric wire that they'll put inside the mom to monitor the child's heartbeat. And they'll tell the parent it's a sticker that they put on the top of your kid's head, but it's actually a hook and a screw. And there have been a bunch of children who had irreparable damage done to their brain and their skull, and some even like broke open because of it. And there was a huge lawsuit over it and everything, but they'll tell the parent, oh, it's just a sticker we stick on the child's head. Like, they genuinely just lie about the pain your child's gonna feel.
They're
to make
weaponizing their
you feel better.
position. They're weaponizing their positions that they have as medical industries
Or
against individual human rights, and every industry has someone. This is common practice, but the medical industry is one of the worst because people give them way too much benefit of the doubt, and this is what happens a lot of. They are looking to make money because they know the government is so obsessed with getting more babies born that we're going to just defer to the medical industry to do whatever the hell they want. And they believe the lobbyists and these all kind of sickos come in with all kind of weird plans like what you're talking about with the fetal heart monitor. It does not shock me, Lana. And I want these people held accountable. I want them held accountable.
Yeah, and then also there was a study done, and it's shown that it's led to severe depression, anxiety, and like less anger control in adult men when they are circumcised. And then it also there's like physical issues in about 3.8% of all of the surgeries done. But they don't tell you that. They say it's totally safe and it's not a big deal. It's like a little paper cut is how they explain it to the parents.
I think everyone should know about this term. It's called histones, histones. And these are genetic markers within our DNA. And early life stress affects these proteins within our cells. And this affects how genes are expressed. It affects very specific genes.
and taco, yeah, exactly. And epigenetics, it all factors in. And then tacos is saying men who are Sark experience more ED than men who don't. And many cut nerves get, yes, it's been a problem for me at times, tacos. And of course it would create, you're functionally altering what the thing that you're operating on. And men, let's just make a blue pill for it. No, let's get to the heart of the issue. Anyway. Good point, Taco. Thank you. It's been a problem for my husband too. I'm sorry, Tacos. Yeah, send me a follow, guys. Lana, did this happen to your child or something?
No, luckily. I don't believe in circumcision, and I just did natural births, so
Okay.
I didn't have any
Also
complications.
say
awesome.
the impact is not, the kid won't remember it, and now they're realize they're proving all that wrong. So this is some bullshit that people want to defend for aesthetics or whatever reason, or think it's unhygienic, like soap and water doesn't exist. Like, come on, like we're in modern times. Like, stop, knock it the fuck off.
If you look within 3 years before they changed the policy to more beneficial, because they've changed it 3 times or 4 times. 1971, it was no reason to circumcise a healthy newborn, and then in 86 they found out it was more damaging. Then in 89 they said, hey, it has benefits, right? So what they did was they manufactured those benefits in order to offset the harm that they had documented. And they did the same thing again in 99. Around 1997, it was found more harmful. That's when the Toledo pain study came out. And we see this again in 2012 when that policy changed. There was mounting pressure in the world population because of FGM. It was being condemned around the world, and a study came out in Denmark that showed male circumcision removes the most sensitive part of the male genitals. And most of the world would consider that a human rights violation unless they didn't see baby boys.
There was a woman, OBGYN, and I'm not generalizing women, but she said, oh, let's just cut it all off. Because she was confronted by anti-circ protesters. I forget where but she said, let's just cut the whole thing off then. That is, we're really, there's some psychological problems with these doctors. They are so arrogant, so out of touch, and so blind to their own corruption that, thankfully for the people of this country, there are people that like me exist, people like Juan, people like Lost and Found, people like Ben, and all of us up here. All of us up here are here to help. We are here to get people on our side, not about everything, but just about this one thing. And it's really not hard to. This is such a low bar to not torture kids. You think that'd be a low bar for these people to meet? They don't even want to meet it because why?
Men don't deserve,
right? Exactly.
Or any kind of empathy.
Earlier, Evan, you were talking about what was it? About maybe suing these doctors like a class action lawsuit. But even I don't want to be controversial, so I don't know. But although I love being controversial. For example, women or men, young women or young men, children that chose to do the trans surgeries that have, a second thought on it later on in life. They're trying to move for something akin to this, to like where you can sue your doctors, your practitioners that were willing to do these changes on children, and they're getting no traction. Why? Not because somebody wasn't harmed, but because the medical establishment is being protected.
Yeah, of course it is, because they are big donors to the Democrats and the Republicans. That's a problem with money in politics. This does come down to money. It comes down to money, and the trans issue. If we're doing gender type surgery, that includes the reproductive system, and that means circumcision is the original trans surgery. And Republicans are like, leave the kids alone. Well, if you don't like trans surgery, you're okay with circumcision. You are completely irrational. You're completely bonkers. Anyway, Hannah's back.
That's a double standard. Hello.
Yeah, our double standard, yeah.
I'm just mad because of what it's done to men. I have I've never been married. I've never been able to find a partner that doesn't have the problems that you're talking about that come from circumcision. So at the base level, this is fucking up men. It's preventing women from being able to have competent and emotionally stable partners to take care of our children with.
Right? And think about it, it's an epigenetic wound. That means it just keeps getting worse. Every generation that is forced upon, the problem just keeps getting more and more pronounced. And if y'all notice, a lot of more neurological, what is it, neurodivergent people are born nowadays than were, say, 20 years ago. It seems like every generation
neurodivergent.
is more and
Neurodivergent.
more. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, lost and found. The epigenetic changes accumulate over time, and because our genes are passed on and our genes are affected by our environment, these changes being made to boys' entire psychological and biological system within their brain, when they're damaged like that, if they go on to have a son, they are passing all that crap down. Not all of it, maybe a lot of it. A lot of it. Like, why was my dad the way he is? Why is my brother? Why am I the way I am? It's because we are all victims of this barbarism.
And then you have women that can't, why can't I find a partner who can be a stable partner with me and like contribute in life? Well, that's because of this problem. Like my boyfriend, he just left. I just want to tell you guys, like, this is terrible. His parents decided that late in life, when he was 8 years old, that they were going to go get him circumcised.
Oh God!
That is a nearly mortal psychological wound.
Yeah, and
to
I've
a
heard
kid.
him. He would never allow me to be in the bathroom while he's peeing. Well, the other day I heard him peeing. I'm like, does that always how you pee? That's not normal. So I think he's been hiding that, the way that his urethra, it doesn't function properly. He's a very angry. We have issues. When he walked in, I had to leave this feed. He is not okay.
He's your
happens
boyfriend?
with old people.
Yeah, he's my boy. He is my current partner. He's my domestic partner. But he's freaking bipolar. I'm telling you, it's very hard. I shouldn't come open up about this, but I think a lot of that comes from the fact that he was circumcised when he was 8 years old. I didn't know that when I met him.
And he is the poster child for the evilness of the medical industry and the politicians who refuse to do anything about this, because he is suffering incredible damage and pain, and my heart goes out to you for.
I think he is.
Yes, and we need to do something about this. He needs to file for disability. He needs all the care in the world. He needs the medical industry to own up. They need to own up to this shit they're doing to people.
Federal government.
But with his toxic masculinity, the way he was raised, that's not what men do. He just works. He works. He has to prove that he's man. That he has to prove his masculinity in that way by not showing his pain, and that's it.
You say he was 8
Can I
years
add
old.
on
What
to your
kind of
thought?
anesthesia did he have?
He told me that he didn't. I didn't get a lot of the details, but all he talks about is all he remembers is when he came home and he tried to pee and how painful it was and how he was screaming every time he had to pee.
Okay.
This is happening in our country.
He needs his parent. I don't know. The politicians need to get a program going for men. I've said this multiple times. Support these men who were raped as children by the medical industry. These boys are being assaulted by the medical industry, and people like me are getting assaulted by doctors for talking about this. We're getting assaulted for challenging these corrupt medical doctors. Providence, I'm talking about you. I don't know where this happened to you or this happened to your boyfriend.
Well,
I would
they
be out
can't
there
even- he
protesting
can't-
every day.
And if he can't even talk about it, I'm supposed to be his partner, and he can't even talk to me about it, then how many other men are there that can't talk about this and they're just going forward
The loud ones like me, Hannah, we're getting attacked left and right by these people just for trying to get them to change their ways, because they're so effing corrupt. They're trying desperately to silence their critics, and I'm not letting them silence the critics because they victimized your boyfriend. They victimized the hell out of him.
I get that. They don't want to they're trying to silence it, but I feel like, okay, it's been 10, 20 years. People, this activism still exists. So we need to it's been longer than that, but we need to somehow figure out how to move forward with this.
We can. This is the whole thing. All of their deception is documented. They documented it in themselves. If you read the 2012 circumcision policy, you will see that it's not a medical policy at all. It's a legal shield, a front. It reads more like a legal document. It says the potential benefits of infant circumcision outweigh the risk, but are not great enough to recommend. And then it goes on to say death has been included in the medical literature. So how can a benefit that is not great enough to recommend to a surgery that's not medically necessary outweigh the risk, no matter how slight, of penile amputation and death? I don't think it can.
It can't. It can't. That's why they're so upset.
Circumcision is generally considered safe.
They can't.
That doesn't mean it's safe. That means people consider it safe.
They know that this is a violation of epic proportions. They're going to milk this cow until someone stops them. I want to stop them. I'm trying to stop them. They need to be stopped.
I mean, if women would stop going to hospitals to give birth, I think that could be a possible, viable.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely. Hannah, you were so right. Because, boycotting stuff matters. Everyone should be boycotting Providence, ENT. I'm sorry, I have a soapbox, but they should be boycotting.
Is that what we should do? I have so many other things going on.
Tell us.
I just don't make that connection sometimes. I'm more on the right now of environmental rights because I gave up on this one. I gave up
many times and I'm back every time. It's like, you gotta get back in. And the people, there are good people out there. You have to trust that there are good, that there's enough.
Well, there's also countries like Germany. They completely, nobody is. Look at countries that it's not customary, that don't believe in circumcision, maybe, and take from them how their birthing procedures are. Their not infant mortality, the maternal mortality rate. Also, look at that. Look at other countries that are doing it right.
There was a boy who was circumcised, and they left him alone in his crib.
Oh my gosh!
And he bled out.
Oh my gosh! See, I'm not. That is so heartbreaking.
In May, 2 doors down from me, my neighbor had twin boys, and one of them died like that in the crib. I don't know if it was circumcision related because I don't know them people, but I will say that if you look at countries that don't do this, and you look at their sudden infant, their SIDS rate, if you look at that, compare it to America, you'll see that America's higher. And then if you take America's SIDS rate and break it down by racial differences, you will see that the races that are least likely to circumcise have the lowest number of SIDS per year.
There you go.
That makes perfect sense. And there's a movement in South Korea. It's called 4B or something, where the women don't want to. The Hannah made this excellent point. It's like, how do you get a boyfriend these days when they're all damaged? And the 4B movement is we don't want to date these guys in South Korea because South Korea does the same thing to their boys that Americans do.
Really?
To their boys. So that's why the women in South Korea, and then
South Korea. Hold on,
it's a problem, and their birth rates are plummeting in South Korea. Figure it out, government. Figure it out.
Oh my gosh.
They do it at 8, at between, I think, 6 and 8.
Oh yeah, some countries do it older.
And that's also about marketing because they sell that tissue. That's the tissue that Ellen DeGeneres and Sandra Bullock were talking about on TV.
Well, the doctors had a show about Hannah. The doctors had a show about it too. I don't know if you guys know that, but they call it the penile facial or something. It is.
Oh hell no!
This is textbook evil. This is Stephen King
Yeah.
evil.
Look
Evil.
Look up Sandra Bullock, Ellen DeGeneres foreskin facial. Oprah also swears by it.
You're fucking kidding me. Ew.
I am not. And the crazy thing is, she's against animal testing, but she swears by foreskin facials.
Okay,
Like,
I'm
can
trying
we
to
get some animal rights for baby boys, Oprah?
Right. I'm trying to move to Ireland, honestly, when I retire, because this is like, who wants
I love the
to live in a
UK.
country?
I love the UK.
Oh, you do?
Well, I'm from there. Well, like 100 years ago or something. But yes, Hannah, they're a humane society there. The United States not so humane.
Thank you. For confirming that.
No, but I hear you. Do you guys have anything better to do than rage bait? No, I'm sorry, I don't. Business resolution comes in one of two ways. You'll never do it, or you will do it other. And then unalive percent is 1.3%. I don't know what it really is. The clone dogs healthcare apparently just the amount of trauma I've had to do. Or I'm sorry, yeah, Nunya GD, what's up, Nunya? Nunya has had a quite a interesting medical history. I'm just reading the chat here. Businesses were built from traumas. Yeah, of course. Like Bear still exists. They were selling thalidomide or something to babies, and the babies ended up missing limbs. I think it was Bear. It was some German company selling thalidomide.
Hair aspirin has been around since before World War II.
Yeah, and the doctors used to recommend cigarette smoking. The point is, you cannot trust the medical industry these days because there are no strong we need a CFPB for the medical industry, and Luigi Mangione maybe should just he could be an advisory member. Luigi, we need you, man. We need. I don't. Doing what you did, that's against the law, and against
He's
the law.
completely innocent, Evan. He's completely innocent.
He's completely innocent. Oh, that's not good advice.
I believe if most American men understood the gravity of what actually happened to them, there would be a lot of Luigis.
They're lost and found. Do you I don't take this lightly. And men shouldn't either. And you've touched on something really important, lost and found. You have brought up so much critical points in here, lost and found. You are on. You know more about this than anyone, and you're right. You are 100% right, lost and found. If men understood the gravity of what is going on, they would care about this more than any election that they have ever participated in, ever. So, Democrats, my message to Democrats: you want to win back men? Quit butchering us. It's that easy. It's that easy. Bob Ferguson, you want to win men back like me? Not that I ever left, but you want to win more men over? Pass a commission on boys and men so we can lay the groundwork to get this stuff taken care of. Because if we don't, I'm going to be running around the whole state like I have been for the past 5 years, trying to get justice for what happened to me for speaking out against this. This is a critical important issue to men, and hopefully this live that we've had today will demonstrate why. Anyway, does anyone want to say anything before I take a break? Okay, well, Ben and Lost, you guys are amazing. And Hannah, thank you for coming up.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for your transparency and for everything and just putting yourself out there and bringing the light to this issue. I appreciate you so much for this.
And by the way, Hannah has a natural birthing thing she's doing, so send her a follow, guys. Gift her, and we'll come back and maybe later today or tomorrow. But I'll see you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you so I can be on the live later.
Ben, what was that, Ben?
Oh, I'm eating right now, but I just wanted to say, do your research, guys. Err on the side of caution. Natural births. Also, if you're a woman currently expecting, make sure you eat a big meal because some hospitals do not feed you; they just feed you ice chips. I just found this out in December when my sister was in labor.
No.
But yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys.